Let's get this thing going.
Check 1, 2.
The Hip Hop Study Hall podcast with DJ Ekin starts now.
About hip hop.
Right. So now that things have changed and it's not so much of, you know, how we used to have these listening parties where we had all the DJs in a room. What do you do in your position now to get, like, you know, that a new artist, your A&R signs a new artist, right? And it's not of the Ross caliber, somebody that you guys are having to break a little bit and you're trying to introduce them to DJs and people like myself. And I guess 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10 or 7 times out of 10, they got maybe like a little bit of an internet buzz. Maybe what are you guys doing differently now as opposed to how it was done a few years back?
Because I love being on the ground. So I take some of the older tactics that I had, and also I try to give those to the younger guys on our staff. So I'm like, did you do this? Did you set up? Did you do a dinner? Just do an introduction dinner. Sometimes it don't have to be about the music. It needs to be about the introduction. I did a listening session with Jeezy 20 years ago, and folks came in and ate his fucking food and didn't think nothing of it. And 3 weeks later, Trap or Die came out and everything was different. And I was like, see, that's what happens when you don't know who you sit with. They didn't see it. So sometimes I've had artists, he's in town. We ain't about to do no, because it's a new artist, especially now it's such an influx of music. It's hard to break through the code. Let's go to dinner. You know, like, let's me, you, let's me, you, the artist and manager. Let's 4 of us go to dinner. We ain't got to talk about music. We don't have to talk about music. But if the dinner went well, you know what? Let me check this shit out on the way home. That's what it's a fan a day. You still have to do a fan a day. And I still have those conversations. Even now I'm in Atlanta. I still take an artist to the Coalition DJs. Smokey, Smoked Out, Dark. I don't care. That VP shit don't mean nothing. Them boys have known me for a minute. They don't care about none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm all the way in it. I'll go do that. I'll set up listening parties. You want to do and now people like you, there are always influencers in every market that have tools, podcasts, video shows. I'm telling artists, you need to go do this because you ain't even hot.
Right.
So so you have to remind them you ain't hot. How you gonna be hot? And some of them you have to explain to them because some of them they want to do radio. You have to realize, I tell them, sometimes you only got to do this shit one time. You may have to do it twice. I tell them, Drake, he did all the interviews. He don't have to do that shit no more.
Right.
Future, I personally was at the front of that shit. Future has done all the interviews, all the radio shows. He did it. He ain't got to do shit for free.
Exactly.
No, he don't. I need Future to do an interview. He told me 6, 7, Cory ain't doing another interview. I'm done. And he deserved that because he did everybody's shit. He took care of everybody from coast to coast. So now he's so if a person like that who did everything and commanded $500,000 for a show, no, I'm not bringing him to here to do this. No, he doesn't want to do it. He earned the right, though. He earned the right. And it's the same thing on the business end. I earn the right to not do certain things, but I will if I have to, just like they will do if they have to.
Right. What do you do as a promotional guy? Because also, too, let's differentiate. Like I said, I always want people to learn something. There is a space where you could find talent because you are that one of those guys that's been in it and understand what's hot. But on the norm, A&R dudes, they sign talent. And next thing you know, it's on your desk to promote. What do you do when that record comes in there and you and your team just know that it is basura, a.k.a. trash? What do you do, Cory?
I always say I have to take myself out the equation.
Boom.
So
okay. Fair enough.
I don't have to like it to work it. And I always circle back and I tell some of the younger guys, I worked D4L Laffy Taffy. You could not have told me that record would have went number 1.
Right.
You couldn't have told me.
Right.
You couldn't have told me. But it did.
Yeah.
And that was the moment I was like, you know what? This ain't about you. You gotta take yourself out the room because what you like and love may not be what the public like and love. That's a lot of stuff I hear. I love Lil Baby. I love the Baby. I love J. Cole. I love artists, and some artists it's just like, please give me the song that, please,
right?
So I can like, I want to know the song to make me love this artist. Why y'all love him so much,
right?
But you know, it's definitely a strategy. My whole thing is that me and Tracy, my boss, who's the EVP of Epic, June, who's VP of Mix Show, we literally. It's just strategy. Okay, so who's gonna play it?
Right.
Where are they from? Who are our friends? That's the relationship business. Who are our friends to give us a shot? All we asking for is a shot. Because it may be something that works.
Right.
It may not be enough for us. It's trash is subjective. It's subjective. Like some things I fought, be like, yo, we can't put that out. We gotta figure out a way to cut that. This is gonna make us look crazy. But some records, we just gonna have to run it and see what happens. And we've run certain records, and it kind of like, and some records are just kind of like told you. But you have to run. You have to put it out. The job for an artist and a label is to put out music.
Right.
That's our job. That's our responsibility.
Stop playing. Don't forget, man, hit that subscribe button right now so you can catch all the updates and all the haps here at Hip Hop Study Hall. All right. It's your man, DJ Ekin. I see you. Subscribe. Hit it now.